Hi, my name's Chris O Callaghan. I'm Director of Consulting for HFW Consulting. This year, like last, we're a proud sponsor of the Captain's Table. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Nidhi Gupta from Portcast, last year's winner, to talk a little bit about her experiences of the Captain's Table, the journey through the programme, the journey through what was the live finals in Hong Kong in November of last year, and obviously the journey she's had and her business has had since winning last year's inaugural competition. Nidhi, let me just hand to you and sort of give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about who you are and your business.
Thank you, Chris. Really glad to be doing this with you. I lead the business at Portcast. I'm the co-founder and CEO. We're based in Singapore. We've been working on this for the last 2.5 years. What we do is we predict how ocean cargo moves across the world. We predict the demand and the arrival time of any container movement anywhere. And we provide this to logistics companies, but also increasingly manufacturers to help them manage their supply chain costs and productivity. And our technology essentially uses advanced data sets and proprietary machine learning that we've built to support the logistics industry.
Fantastic. Thank you, Nidhi. And at the end, we'll just give people maybe a link to your website. So if they want to find out a little bit more, they can just go and do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. Thank you. So with obviously with this year's competition is well underway. Applications have started to be received, and the deadline for applications is the 21st of September. So we thought it would be great just to get Nidhi to share with you her views on the experiences of last year, really hopefully to encourage those that may be sitting there thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't enter a competition, to really give them a little bit of a push to do so. So Nidhi, if we can start, I guess, with the most obvious question, which is what attracted to you the Captain's Table in the first place?
So we got to know about the Captain's Table from Ronnie Varga from Heron Advisory, because he actually sits in the same co-working space that we work out of. And the more I looked at it, the more I thought that for a Singapore-based company like ours, it seemed like an interesting opportunity to get to know the Hong Kong market, potential customers, investors, and other contacts from the Hong Kong market, and potentially even the wider North Asian market. So that was really the primary reason why we thought that was interesting for us, because we'd mainly been working within the Southeast Asia, Singapore-based domain till then.
And from your perspective, that sort of first interaction with the Captain's Table, I mean, clearly there are other incubators that are in place. What really attracted you to the Captain's Table competition?
I think it was, one, definitely the idea that it was not a full-fledged accelerator, but more like, a teaser, with the idea that you would get to know various facets of building a company, getting to know investors, getting to know other similar startups in the same space. We have an opportunity to, get the award if you win. And meet really interesting people from the industry who we hadn't actually interacted with before. So I think that those were the things that attracted us.
Fantastic, and certainly if we look back in the finals last year and the opportunity to network with, and obviously this year is going to be slightly different given the situation we're facing globally, but to network with those key decision makers and the influencers within the shipping and logistics sectors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. So obviously that was the starting point, and then tell me a little bit about the journey, I guess, from the decision point of yes, we're going to enter through to the start of the boot camp in Hong Kong.
I think we had an application that we had to provide. We were asked a few clarifying questions by Suyan and Tabitha, if I remember correctly. Then we had a pitch to the panel of the judges who were sort of screening all the different startups that came to the Captain's Table. And then the shortlisting happened, and we made our way to the top 6 finalists in Hong Kong. And that was the start of the boot camp, which was organized in Hong Kong, which was absolutely a great opportunity.
Fantastic. And then let's talk about, obviously then the boot camp and the finals. So the finals we'll come on to, and clearly, in what was a fantastic surrounding of the Asia Society last year, and the sort of the actual audience plus the global worldwide audience was phenomenal in terms of the numbers. Just a little bit about the boot camp. So again, my involvement this year is to work with Captain's Table in terms of facilitating what will hopefully be another great opportunity for people to learn and network and share. What were your sort of highlights, if you like, from the boot camp from last year?
I actually think it was one of the really well organized events, honestly. And to be honest, I did not actually expect that because, like I said, it's not a complete accelerator program. It's really an event. So, I thought the sessions were very well organized. The kind of speakers, the quality of the speakers was very good. We had a venture capitalist or / accelerator. We had a lawyer who dealt with startup challenges. We had someone coming who could talk about the Hong Kong startup scenario. We had you talking about the presentation skills. So I think the sessions were organized really well. The venue was fantastic. But the other thing was also just building a network and getting to know some of the other startups. So all the other 5 participants, have been really great, and I've been in touch with them at various levels. In fact, with one of them, we're even working on a partnership at the moment, a business partnership to see how we can work together for customers. So it wouldn't have happened but for the boot camp and the Captain's Table. So, overall, I think it was, for what I had expected versus what, it delivered, it was honestly just really brilliant.
Fantastic. That's really great to hear. Thank you. Obviously, the finals came and we ended up announcing you as the winner. Just talk me a little bit about the emotions and how you found the finals, the afternoon of the finals.
So again, the final event was very well prepared. The location, as you said, the Asia Society, that was just really nice. I mean, I've been to Hong Kong multiple times and I've never been to that part of the town. So that was really nice. I think it was about 200-300 participants who we had. So, that was also really, really great. I think we had an introduction to the judges over a lunch on the day or before the day. So that was really good to get to know them a little bit better. The event overall was very professionally organized, great quality of audience from the shipping industry, media, and VC space. In terms of my presentation, I think I remember I had a bit of a technical glitch, and you know that quite well. Yeah. And I was kind of already thinking that, we're not going to be the winner. But I guess it didn't really matter in the end. And it was really about the delivery and the questions. I have to say the questions from the judges felt quite a long time, that, because there was enough time given to each team. I think it was kind of 5 minutes presentation, 15 minutes Q&A, if I remember correctly. Yeah. The questions were very relevant. It showed that they know the space, the industry, and working with startups. And it was because 15 minutes is a lot of time. There were quite a few questions. So they did ask, all the critical and the good questions. So when it actually happened, it was quite a good surprise, and obviously it felt great.
Fantastic. And since then, obviously, and I want to sort of talk a little bit, I guess, I'll get your views on 2 things. One is the support package of things that were as well as the prize, the money, the financial aspect, there were other things that were provided as well. So I'll get your views on those. And then I guess linking that into really an overview of the business and how you've seen the business develop over the course of the last period of time since the finals last year.
So the prize money obviously went just into the cash flow of the company. Yeah. But I think more important than that was just the other elements, the other support elements that you also mentioned. I think one, I have to say the, multiple mentorship sessions with you personally about, not just business challenges that I'm dealing with as a founder, but also how to be a better leader. I think that have been immensely helpful, and it just continues to add value personally over time. In addition to that, I think, the support from Lloyd's Register, specifically Nicola, that was really useful. We had a couple of sessions about how we can bring our marketing and PR up. bring the media presence up. She connected us to various magazines, leading publications, etc. So I think that was I think those are kind of much more beneficial than just the prize money itself, and something what we can't get access to otherwise.
Yeah, brilliant. And obviously the business now, we're almost a year, not quite, down the road from the finals last year. What have you seen in terms of your own business in terms of its growth? Clearly challenging markets, but how's this year been since winning last year?
Yeah, who would have thought that, since November, like now everyone's going to be locked down and not going to be able to fly and meet people. So I think the year has been challenging for everyone. However, I do believe that for logistics, it's kind of an inflection point for tech adoption to be large scale in the industry. And we've seen that in terms of the number of customers we're working with and the kind of inbound leads that we've been getting. I think a lot of it comes down to, how we've built our marketing presence and media presence with the work that we've done with Captain's Table, Lloyd's Register, and yourself. All of that has led to, the number of customers that we're working with now and how the business is doing. And I really think this is a great time to, it's a great opportunity in distress also lies a great opportunity that we can bring change to the industry.
Yeah, brilliant. My final question for you, Nidhi, is if there are a number of, if you were in the same position 12 months ago and you were thinking about entering, or words to those that are also in that same position, what would you be saying to people now?
I would say absolutely yes. I think there are no two ways about it. I think, being the first Captain's Table that we were part of, obviously the positioning of it, the branding of it was not there. And I think it would slowly really get to a stage where everyone would know that this is kind of one of the go-to events in the shipping space that they should be part of. I think in some ways it provides even more value than a complete accelerator would. So I think, there should not be any two ways about thinking, even and any startup who's intending to enter new markets, getting to know the right people in the space, thinking about their presence, media, branding, getting to know other similar companies in their stages, should absolutely think about it.
Fantastic. Nidhi, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it as always, and I'd love to see you as always. To those that are sitting out there thinking, shall we enter? I would really encourage you to do so. As I said, applications close on September the 21st. We will be having different but equally compelling finals this year, albeit we won't unfortunately be able to meet in person unless things change significantly over the next few weeks. But still, it's a fantastic opportunity to get your innovation, get your ideas, get your thinking in front of the key decision makers of a number of the world's largest businesses in the shipping and logistics space. And I really encourage you to both have a look at the website, and more details will be available, and also to submit your entries. But apart from that, Nidhi, thank you again for your time, and look forward to seeing many of you in the coming weeks. Thank you.